I want to talk about something that is just so exciting to me, and it's really unveiling. I can't wait to share this visual with you. But as we are talking about change and the mind and letting go of our shame and guilt, we really are living beneath our own soil. And what most wellness programs do is they focus on the fruit, they focus on the plant. They just say, get a new plant. Your plant isn't really working. I've got the plant for you. This will definitely work. We've been doing a lot of grafting, and these are the plants that they actually have trees that grow in a year. That's your wellness program that you've combined, and that's why at some point in time, you feel like it did its job for a little bit, but it's not bearing the fruit that you want to bear. It's just giving you fruit that sustains you. And we're gonna start mending that soil so that you bear the fruit that you want. So if you look at the plant as the outcomes of these perceived expectations of kind of the fruit that you should or could be bearing, we're gonna zoom in underneath that soil. And underneath that soil is going to be the safety. It's going to be where we really see our performance and the self-doubt that brews because we've looked at external validation for what we should and could be doing, using other people's narrative and really minimizing our value because we're not using our own narrative to drive life. So what happens is as that soil gets depleted, that plant starts to wither and die. You see some good leaves, you see some bad leaves. You see that it's not producing what you want, and so you anxiously tend to the plant. And again, we need to go further into the soil. So as we go further down, we get to what's called the language of discipline. And the language of discipline is where the bedrocks are. You're gonna see that roots are gonna try to kind of manage and mangle around what is there, what has already been there. And those rocks, most of those rocks are not yours. And what we learn is most of those rocks and roots are things that are no longer alive. That's intergenerational trauma. That is implicit messaging. That is more narratives that give you permission to let go of the things that you value and to go into restricting behaviors. And those are the rocks that is going to allow you to binge and say, you know what? It's a weekend, it's a holiday, it's a vacation. Put my hands up and get into the chaos. That's what the bedrock in your mind is gonna do. And as we continue to seek perceived control, what we find is we get down to the tar pit of our minds. And that tar pit of our mind is going to start to really seek and engage in chaos because perceived control is just brewing chaos. And that's going to create seepages up to the soil, which is going to start to create a tar pit on the soil. And that's where we start to say, I am the tar pit. That when people come around me, all I can do is bring them down. I can't give them anything else. And we really take on that narrative that we are tar. But here's the deal. Oil underground is action potential. It is billions of dollars of potential energy. When it seeps to the soil, it's utter destruction and despair. So if you're wanting to tend that soil to bear the fruit that you want to bear, then look at our neuroscience-backed framework and see how we can help you change that narrative and become happier, healthier, and more purpose-driven. I'm Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions.